I'm as we think through this. I think what's disappointing for those of us in healthcare is this was not a virus we knew nothing about. This is a virus that's been around for a long time. There was testing that already existed. There was vaccine that already existed. There's treatment that already exists. Even if it was originally for smallpox, it was available to us. And I think the disappointing thing has been this is another public health issue that because we already had the tools in our hands as a nation and in the worldwide public health community, that we could have gotten on top of this sooner and slowed it down and maybe prevented it from spreading. But that's not what's happened, unfortunately. The testing is now much more ramped up. We have commercially available testing, which has really helped, and it took some time to get there. We don't have the supply of vaccine that we need, although that's ramping up. It takes time as well. And we have a treatment that's fairly limited and difficult to get your hands on. So all of those tools are necessary to do, what you're asking is, how do we slow this down or keep it from spreading? My guess is this is going to continue to spread. And our hope is to slow it down and eventually stop it. But I think we'll continue to see cases, and I think we will see cases outside of the groups that we're targeting with vaccine currently. And I think that could get very challenging. Just for awareness, Junios, the vaccine for monkeypox, is approved for individuals ages 18 and older. If we have a situation where children are exposed and need post-exposure vaccine, that's also a very cumbersome process to get approval for vaccine to give to children. And so I think that could be a very difficult thing to deal with. We're going to need more rapid response from the government on the use of treatments and vaccines, I think, to slow this down. I don't think it's going to be uncontrolled, wild case growth like we saw with COVID, but I think it's going to be this thing we're going to be dealing with in healthcare for weeks and months to come. And you may get to a situation where it's kind of just endemic in the population, where we have to deal with it periodically and we have a treatment, and at some point you consider broadening vaccines so that so we can slow this down and eventually stop it. Remember that part of the issue here is that if you're age 50 and younger, you didn't get smallpox vaccination. Smallpox vaccination was protective against orthopox viruses like monkeypox. And so increasingly we have a population that never was vaccinated for smallpox, and so they have susceptibility to monkeypox. So at some point, as this become endemic in the community and we have to reincorporate these vaccines into immunization schedules, we may have to. I hope it doesn't come to that. I hope we can get it under control and make it rare. But I think we're living in an age where a lot of this stuff is happening, right? We have monkeypox, we have polio cases in New York, we have COVID that's still around. And there are a lot of factors that go into that: declining immunization rates, world travel, warming temperatures. So it's all kind of creating circumstances that are ideal for the spread of infectious diseases. And so that's a long answer to a short question, but I think we're going to be dealing with this for the weeks and months ahead.